Hi, mamas. Welcome and thank you for joining me on the mat today. Today is part 2 of our post labor stretches. So if you haven't already done part 1, go back, check out that video, do the class a couple of times, perhaps a week or more, and see how those movements feel in your body first, and then come back and join me for this one here. So even if you've done part 1 and you're ready to move on a little, I do recommend still doing part 1 first and adding on this part 2 class. This class is going to be mostly standing and kneeling techniques or movements. So do part 1, at least the seated and the kneeling stuff. You can stop the video after that if you want to have a little bit of a shorter class, and then join me here. So, like I said, we're going to get right into it. Standing up on the mat, bringing our feet about as big as we had when we were doing the movements side to side, gliding here. If you'd like to mirror me, we're going to send our right leg out towards the top of the mat, left toes towards the long edge, coming into our warrior 2. So very similar to prenatal yoga. If you think about your full ability to stretch, I'll invite you to bring it in just a little bit so we're not overstretching the hips as we are still recovering. So check in that we've got some nice alignment, bend into that right knee. If your arms are feeling tired, feel free to keep them on your hips. If you'd like, send them up shoulder height. At any time, you are more than welcome to bring them back down to your hips. If you'd like a little more focus, you can bring them into heart center as well. We are going to bring in a little bit of movement into this. So as you inhale, straighten. As you exhale, sink back into this warrior 2. If your arms are out, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale to sink nice and slow. We're going to take 6. So one more. Gently sink back into it. Little bit of side angle. We're just going to take the right hand to the right thigh, and left arm reaches up and over towards the top of our mat. Short little hold, back into center. Little rest. Sink into it. And then left hand to left thigh, right arm up and back. Gonna gently come out, switch sides. So again, bend into that left knee. Arms do whatever you want. If they're tired on this side already, drop them down. Little hold. And then into our movement. Inhale and exhale. Perhaps the gaze follows this left hand. One more. Sink, little hold. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up towards that top corner of the room. Little holds, little rest. Sink back into it. Right hand to the thigh, left arm up and back. And relax. Bring the feet in, slightly wider than hip distance. We're going to come into our goddess pose. And we're going to warm up to this. So we're going to sink, little pulse, and press back up. And same with most of the other movements. Your hands can do whatever feels comfortable. Heart center. Send them up to the ceiling. Back to your hips. Just want a little movement. Perhaps some rest. Sink down. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Now you notice I just did 2 pulses to start us off, and then I started doing 3. The number of pulses doesn't matter. Whatever feels good. I'm not even counting this one. We're just going to do one more. No need to overdo it. Again, little breaths, little movement. Good. Bring those feet back a little bit wider again. Nice tall spine. Hands on the hips this time. Exhale to lean forward. Keep a flat back. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Stretching the back of our legs. We'll take one more and we'll hold this one a couple breaths. Good. Bend the knees to rise up. Bring those feet together. Take a little walk, little wander. Bring those feet about hip distance apart. You can still keep facing the side if you like. Doesn't really matter. We're going to inhale to rise up and exhale, fold forward. If it's okay, let your head and your arms just be heavy here. If it's more comfortable, hands to the thighs, and you can keep this flat back. Let your upper body sway a little. Perhaps grabbing either elbow. Sometimes that helps us get a little bit heavier. You got the elbows released. Inhale to that flat back, hands to shins or thighs. Hold the shoulders back towards the hips. Let it go. Exhale. And then we're going to inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale gently back to heart center. We're going to take a very gentle flow to get us back down onto the earth. So inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Deep enough bend in the knees, plant the hands, and step back into a knees down plank. So take your time getting there. Setting it up so your shoulders are above your wrists and trying to keep a nice straight line, hips or knees to hips to shoulders. Push through the hands a little. Exhale, lower it back down to the earth. Just your hips to come down. And inhale up into this up dog or cobra. Relax back down. You'll notice my chest is staying off the floor. These little cobra push-ups. If it feels more comfortable to just stay there, feel free to do so. Good. And then push up all the way back, either into that puppy pose, or if it's starting to feel better, come into that child's pose. Knees can be as wide as they need to be. Forehead down to the earth. Fingers spread. Pull the hips back towards the heel. Gently come back up to table. Get those wrists underneath you. And just make a few little circles over the wrists. Other direction. Good. And send that right leg back behind you. Toes on the earth. Press the heel back. Gently release. Switch it up. Left side. And release. We're going to get into our hips a little bit more. Sending that right leg straight up to the side. Foot fully on the earth. Exhale, press back a little. Inhale, rise up. Exhale back. Inhale, rise. And just 4 more. You're in full control of how far back you go. Last one. Gentle back in. Send that left leg out. Same thing. Press back 6 times. Recognizing that one hip is going to be tighter than the other. And that's just the way our bodies grow. And when we move, we do different things on different sides. Doesn't mean we can't get them a little bit closer to even, but we don't want to worry about that right now. One more. And gently bring it back in. Now, if it's comfortable for you, you can kneel or just coming into a seated position. We're going to do a couple little movements with our shoulders as well. Get them warmed up. A couple little rolls. And then bring those hands out shoulder height. Exhale. Press it back. Chest comes forward. Inhale. Exhale. And repeat. Just that movement. And then we're going to change it up. So inhale to rise. Exhale to cactus. Down to the sides. Inhale, lift. And then release back down. One more. Finish with that reach to the ceiling and relax. Again, a couple little movements with the shoulders. Perhaps a couple neck sways. Whatever movement in that upper body feels good to finish you off. You need a couple twirls of the wrists as well. And then just sit up tall through the spine. We'll close the eyes. Finding a few of those nice deeper breaths in and out through the nose. Let that belly and the chest expand. And exhale to relax everything. We'll take 2 deep breaths and sigh it out together. Perhaps the arms reach up as you inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, relax. One more. And let those hands rest at heart center. Well, I hope these stretches help you reconnect with yourself, with your body, as you rediscover who you are in this new period of your life. I thank you for joining me on the mat today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.